just suddenly a spaceship now. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? Yep, that fits through the hole, definitely. Um, I do, yes. We're a text adventure game now. Okay, sure. I have my doubts on how intelligent the inputs are going to be, but we'll do it. Um, there should be a schedule listed down below. If not, then I haven't posted it yet. But generally, it's Wednesdays. This block, I guess, is going to become Frog Fractions for a bit. And then after this block is going to be Remnant from the Ashes, which I will stream for 3 hours. There's a 4-hour break. I start back up at 7, and that will be my Hellsign stream, where I'll be showing off the new patch and hopefully the Forest. I'm really looking forward to that. And then Sunday, I do campaign preparations for my pen and paper game, for those who are interested in watching me to do that. Generally, those go on for 4 to 7 hours, because it takes a while. Is that it? The rumbling seems to have stopped, and you feel the intense downward pressure let up. After a moment, you calm down enough to start taking in your surroundings for the first time since the seemingly dormant vessel sprang to life. Command Module. The walls of this circular room curve to meet at a point that must correspond to the curved nose of the outer hull. Lining the walls, you see a porthole, a glowing display, and a control deck. A ladder leads aft. Okay, well, let's do help first. But I'm betting it's going to be look, act, and talk. Look, examine, inventory, get... Oh, okay. It's not... Get wrench is not just a command. It's just get with example. Okay. Look, examine, inventory, get, turn, push, enter, climb, open, read, pour, put. Okay, so pretty standard. If it's possible to do, it must be good and wise. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. I have played quite a few, and that is the optimal strategy. Do things until you die, and then rewind a bit, and then do those things again in a slightly different fashion. It's like pixel hunting, except with words. Okay. Climb ladder. Climber across the ladder. Captain's quarters. This looks like an all-purpose living area. A sleeping pod sits next to a nightstand. A ladder leads to the fore. An oriental rug lies in the center of the aft wall. Push rug. Moving the rug, you discover a recessed hatch below it. Your score has gone up by 2/5 of a point. Of course we have points in this game. Of course we do. And of course there are fractions. What game do you think this is? Okay, good. It does update look descriptions. That can be annoying in some text adventure games where like, wait, did I do that? Examine sleeping pod. Sleeping pod looks like a bed with a lid, but you assume it's got some sort of suspended animation functionality. I mean, right? There's a hole on top next to a gauge reading empty. Push hole. Seems to be fixed in place. Pull hole. Okay. I have to try. Wait. Alright. Let's see how abstract this game is. Close hole. Okay. Alright. Open hatchway. You have to work it a bit, but after you give the wheel a few spins, the hatch pops open. Enter hatchway? There we go. Slip through the hatch. Engine room. Nearly every surface in this room is covered with a sticky pink goop, which seems to be thicker near a gray machine that's sitting in the corner. I'm calling it. This is going to be insect matter powering this ship. Very controversial sort of starship on the planet Bug Mars. A hole in the wall exposes a nest of wires. There is a hatch leading back to the captain's quarters to the fore. Okay, so let's check out the wires. First, we will examine the wires, because that seems like a death condition. Peering into the exposed machinery, you see what looks like an empty coffee can that you're guessing doesn't belong there. Get coffee can. Let's try and electrocute ourselves. You twist the can and eventually comes loose, but you've ripped the insulation off an adjacent wire in the process, and it begins sparking as it comes in contact with an adjacent strut. You glance down at what you've taken. It really is a coffee can. Examine coffee can. It's empty. Okay. Fair enough. Poke Goop. Push Goop. It's also fixed in place? That is really sticky. Examine machine. The machine consists of a spigot aimed at a flat platform. A handwritten sheet of paper has been hastily taped over the base of the platform. Read paper. This is the out of order note included in your game package. Oh, thanks. Yeah. That's super helpful. Thanks, Frog Fractions. Man, those copyright protection in the 90s with text adventure games was madness. You would bury things in the manual and ask your players to go digging through it and spit back an answer to some sort of puzzle. Otherwise, you just got stuck somewhere. Let's see. Pull machine. Push spigot. Okay, examine spigot. Okay, so it's just out of order. All right. Put coffee can in machine. Okay, well that's step one. That doesn't really help us though. Examine wires. Examine with an E wires. Bare wire in there sparking as it makes contact with an adjacent strut. I'm guessing that pushing or pulling the wires will just kill us, but I don't know if death exists in this game, so let's try it. Push wires. You try to pull the wire away from the nearby components, but it returns to its natural position, touching the strut. Get Goop. It's stuck to the surfaces, so we can't get it. Alright. Take can... use can on Goop. Doesn't go there. Okay. Use can on machine. Alright. Go to captain's quarters. Alright, so there's something somewhere in here. Probably an item that we're missing. Now I think about it, what is the save for Frog Fractions? Do we just start over? Or is it auto-saved? I'm betting it's auto-saved. Oh, we haven't even checked our inventory. What's our inventory? Okay. Sometimes you'll just have things in your inventory. Alright. Open nightstand. Thick manual. Get manual. Read manual. It's a manual for the navigation computer in the command module. After leafing through it, you feel confident you understand how to use the interface well enough to set up a route back to Bugmars. Score has gone up by 2 and an 8 points, which I believe gives us 3 4/7. I'm not sure what points do still, but I'm glad to have them. We'll be polite and close the nightstand. Lay in sleeping pod? Is that a verb we can use? No. Sit in sleeping pod. Go to sleeping pod. Okay, so it's go to. That's good to know. We'll probably need to do that for like a chair or something later. Go to cockpit. Go to navigation module. Okay. We didn't really look at the nightstands. Look at it. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. It's what I thought it was. Alright, back down the hatchway then. Go down ladder. Porthole glowing display in a control deck. Ladder leads aft. Oh, this is a different area. Alright, well, let's start with the displays. They'll probably just give us no useful information. A glowing green display shows a map of the galaxy with a destination you don't recognize marked and an ETA of about 3,000 years. Looking closer, you see 2 on-screen buttons labeled Route Details and New Destination. Push New Destination. Well, actually, no. First, let's figure out where we're going. Route Details. Screen spills forth a slew of steps such as spiral spinward at Spathy system, far faster than you can fathom. Oh, cool. So we're going to the Star Control universe where we will inevitably blow up. Let's not do that. Push New Destination. Since we are an unarmed vessel and do not wish to meet our fate at the hands of a sly Landro probe. Deftly plot a course back to Bug Mars. The engines roar and you feel G-forces shift. The ETA reads 57 3/5 years. Huh. You run a diagnostic and determine that the vast majority of the time is going to be spent going through bug customs. Luckily, you can sleep through most of it. Of course. Okay, well, we haven't looked at the control deck. So look at the control deck. Make sure that we're not going to just blow up while we go to sleep. Control deck consists of an array of switches and a pair of joysticks. So hope you never need to override the ship's autopilot because these are definitely not frog joysticks. Oh right, we have no hands. Well, we do have hands, but they're not really hands. But wait, didn't we just override the autopilot? Wasn't that what we just did? Nah, it's fine. I know what they mean. Go up ladder. Well, go up ladder? Is it bidirectional? What? It's a non-Euclidean ladder. Cool. No matter what way you go, you find yourself in the command module. Neat. Go down ladder. Enter hatchway. Let's double check to make sure we don't have anything that we need to do here. I don't think we do. Read manual again? Look at note. Okay, yeah. Alright, fine. Exit hatch. Enter hatch. That should bring us back to where we were. Yes, alright. Enter bed. Your head has barely touched the pillow when an alarm begins repeating, perfume chamber empty. You wake up cranky. You assume it's going to stop eventually, but a couple minutes later it still hasn't. You get up. There's no way you can sleep like that. Alright. So we need to refuel our perfume. Sure. I don't know why bugs care so much about perfume, but I guess they'd really do. Enter hatch, because I'm betting what we need is this goop. And we need to give that somehow to the perfume container in the bed, I'm guessing? Well, we can't push or pull the wire. What are our verbs again? Sure, turn wires. Nope, that's equivalent to pull. Enter wires. Enter machine. Okay, that's fair. Both of those things are absolutely fair. We can't pour because we can't get anything into our coffee cup, but get cup. Inventory, holding thick manual in the can. Pour manual into can. Okay, that's what I thought. It's worth trying everything. Do we have an inspect? There is an examine that's equivalent. Examine spigot. Yeah, it's continuing to tell us about the handwritten sheet of paper aimed at a flat platform, and we were supposed to put our coffee cup there. Put cup on machine. Pull spigots, and it's not clear how to get the spigot to work. Well, turn spigot. Nope. Get spigot. Open spigot. Yeah, we can try pulling that up. Of course. Of course. Good call. Good call. Fluttering piece of electrical tape behind and revealing a control panel. All right, well, first we need to get the electrical tape. But first we'll examine the electrical tape in case there is a piece of information we need to know. Okay, fair enough. Get electrical tape, or just get tape. Yep. Look at control panel. Most of the control panel is rendered unusable by the sticky pink goop. You see a row of what look like radio preset buttons, all but 2 of which are stuck. There's also a big red lever. None of these are legibly labeled. Ah, yes. So, in other words, it is a copy protection device. Which is useful because we absolutely, definitely have the physical manual that came with this game. Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at it right now. Unfortunately, this entire page, which is labeled copy protection, has just been permanent markered over.